All right, guys, I'm coming to you today from Leeds, Utah. This week's episode is a real doozy. I know I always say no stress, no drama, but nothing is perfect. In this week's episode, the issue is, should he have company over every night, all night? Honestly, I can't tell you if they settled this issue or not. I do know they got a lot of benefit out of it. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. This is the YBAngry channel, where we show couples how to settle most any disagreement. No fuss, just a little bit of drama. My name is Rod Jeter, and here we go. But watch this couple sit down and play YBAngry and calmly resolve this in just minutes. No stress, no drama. It's just a game. Who's going to be player A, who's going to be player B for the entire game? Who's going to be player?
She can be A.
Okay, so you're player A, he's player B.
Mm-hmm.
Both players will use the This One detail cards to write down all the details to support their position on this issue. Only fill in sections 1, 2, and 3. Use as many cards as needed.
Frustrated, and I don't understand some of the things you do. I can't comprehend. I tell you the truth, I'm trying hard as I can. I'm so confused while we keep arguing.
So step 1, I put, because it takes away from family time, and I put it as a 10.
So what you're saying to me is that my company takes up our family time when...
Yes. Was I supposed to?
I don't know. He's finishing.
Oh, right.
When like what? Well, okay, I'll go ahead and say it. Yeah, you saying that my company takes up our family time. That's what you're saying?
This is or is not true. You circle is or is not true. What'd you circle?
It's not.
It's not true. So step 7 is, how relevant is it, if it did take up family time, would that be to you? Okay, so put 8.
Okay, I don't feel like it takes away something that we really don't have anyway.
Okay, so you're telling me that we actually don't do anything family-wise anyway, so it's not taking up any time.
That's right.
And so is that right? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I agree with you when you said that we don't do any family time, but at the same time, the reason that we don't do it is because I feel it conflicts when they do come around. You hang out with them first, so therefore if we did have something going on, you're not going to do it anyways.
So, I mean, I can go probably a week in the house, you know, just sitting around watching TV. And there's no communication until I leave out the door. No family time, no communication, just want to know where I'm at anytime I go anywhere. Whether that's having company over here or going anywhere.
I mean, I agree to that to a certain extent. I do agree that, of course, when there's no one here every day, no, I choose not to bother you. I choose to let you watch TV, do whatever you want, because giving you a break, basically. So, yes, you're correct. So when you are at home at times, no, I don't say or involve you in too much, because just give me your own personal time, because I know you like having your own time and doing your own thing. So I do tend to give you some time, but at the end of the day, I feel like, okay, if I don't initiate it, sometimes you can pretty much initiate it. If, for instance, if it's just going out with me and Leah down to Pensacola, riding to Pensacola, something like that. But half the time I don't ask you because you always say no.
And the times we have went here or there, how many times have we had a big disagreement about something? If you're driving or where we just, it's gonna be something that before we make it back, it's gonna be a big argument.
Agree. At times we do, but not every time. But sometimes
Yeah, I
we
say
do.
every time the same way you feel like my company is here every day because that's something you don't want. But I can say just every time we go somewhere, it's gonna be an issue that we got to argue. So that's why I don't want to go.
Point taken.
Okay, I feel like everything we do is what you want and what you want for your kids, whatever you feel best for y'all, and I'm never considered.
Okay, I see. I do understand the reason why we do not have family time because of the conflicts that we have when we do go out. Example, driving or just trying to find somewhere to go out to eat.
Was there any progress with this detail? Did you guys really make any progress on this detail?
Yeah, I mean, I understand what he's saying, and I agree with him. When we do go places, yeah, we argue. So I do agree with him, and so yeah, I do agree on that part. Yes, but I guess the only thing I would disagree on is not say disagree, but when he said that the kids and stuff like that, and not his concern when it's. I don't agree with that 100%, but I do understand where he's coming from.
Okay, so here you guys just have to decide together if you made any progress or not, yes or no, on this one detail as it relates to the issue of somebody coming over every day, having company every day. If you made any progress, it's yes. If you feel better or anything like that, or you understand better, it's yes. If not, then it's no. And then you decide whether you won the game. Do we need to move to the next card?
I mean, I understand, but Darren?
No.
Okay.
Nothing gonna change. If we go do this tonight, it is still gonna be that problem.
Okay.
Somewhere.
So, if there's no progress on this detail, circle no.
All right.
And we didn't win the game.
Okay.
Okay. So now you have to move to the next most relevant detail.
Which be his, right? Since he wrote it.
Yes.
Yeah, well, we don't communicate most of the time, so I feel more at peace with people I can laugh and have fun with.
And how relevant is that?
9.
So what you saying to me is we don't communicate, and that you feel that the people that you hang around are people that you are able to communicate better with.
Exactly.
Is that right? All right.
Do you feel like it's true what I'm saying or not?
Yeah, because we don't communicate.
Okay.
So it is.
And how relevant is that?
9. Okay, so I feel we don't hold on. We don't communicate because we both do not take the time to hear each other when we do talk, and we don't take the time to sit down and talk like we used to.
So what you're saying to me is that something changed to where we don't communicate with each other like we used to.
Yes.
Is that right? Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, why don't we communicate like we used to?
I don't know what we went. I don't know what happened, but when we was at the trailer, we did at times go on the porch. We used to stay out on our porch all night talking. If we had any issue, it would be out there on that porch, and once we came in the house, the issue would be resolved and done. We don't do that here. I feel that we both go to 10 before we can actually hear each other. Like, I want to be right on my opinions, and you want to be right on your opinions, and we're not coming to a common agreement and listening to each other. It's too much yelling and arguing and cussing, and not actually listening to what the other person is saying.
So who's doing all the arguing, hollering, and cussing, and fighting?
And then also, I think me. Okay, let me finish. Me, I am, because I feel like the people that you used to hang with is not the same. Your dynamic changed. You went to a younger group of people. When you used to hang with an older set of people, and they used to come around on the weekends, drink, have a good time, but at a certain time they would go home. Now the younger group, they like to drink and have fun, but they want to stay all night till 6, 7, 8 o'clock the next morning. And I think it should be a time frame at like, okay, we've been out here since, just say 7 o'clock today. By 2 o'clock tomorrow, 2 a.m., I think it should be shut down. It should be done for the night. So yes, I'm the one who's fussing and cussing, because I think it should be a time limit for when they, back and forth. That's all. If they come 7 o'clock, 2 a.m., I think the party, everything should be cut out for the evening, for the night.
So are they bothering you now?
I made adjustments to the thing so I can't hear the door in and out. So, no, but when you're asleep and they come, or they'll be knocking at the door and I'm working, and I have to say, well, he's asleep. Well, wake him up. No, he's asleep. So it's like if I say something to him, they should, all right, he's asleep. We'll come back later on, instead of going out and continuing to do whatever and then asking for things they may need, coming back and forth to the door, and you're not up. So therefore, it obligates me to go to the door when I'm working and stuff like that. I just feel if they come, it should be a time frame. 10 o'clock in the morning, I do feel it's too early. Just my personal opinion.
So we kind of do have to stay focused on this one detail, which was
communication. Right. And so, okay.
I came around here because y'all don't talk anymore.
I got a little off track. So our communication, so I feel I can't tell you things that I would like to tell you because it's going to start an argument. So that's why it fuels up, because I don't feel like I'm able to talk to you and come to you.
So why is that? Why you feel like you can't come to me and, well, what are you coming to me with? A complaint is never nothing, just regular communication. Is always something that you don't like, or I shouldn't be doing, or going through my private stuff to see what I'm doing, or you coming to whatever kind of conclusion you want, and then you do this in front of the kids like it's okay.
Okay, so
that's not communication to me.
True. So I feel if I am coming to you about anything, make you take a picture of some shoes for Aaliyah. It's like if I send it to you, I can't come to you and be like, hey, do you like this? Because you don't respond. So it's like, I just feel like it's hard to talk to you, and it wasn't like that. So it changed up.
Just like you said, you stop talking and start going from 0 to 10 first time you open your mouth.
And I feel you do the same.
Okay.
All right, I feel better. And so, because I feel that you're saying that I can come to you about certain situations, but I need to address you in a better way.
I would feel better if you showed respect when you talk to me in front of the kids.
Did we make some progress on this detail?
Yes.
Okay, if you both agree, so yes. And Was it enough to win the game? We need to keep talking. We need to play the next card. So,
and if you feel like you can,
I'm good. If
he
said I can approach him and talk, and if I come to him in a normal way, yeah, we good. That's all it is. I'm saying, if you're saying I can communicate with you and address issues, not nonsense issues, but just regular issues, just I can come to you and communicate for whatever it may be. If it's something in the house or whatever, if I can come to you and address it in a proper way that you won't block me and shield me from doing it.
So if you feel like you guys have won, then you can circle yes, and then you can still talk about the other cards if you want to. Just say what they were so you know what you wrote, because you guys wrote a lot of cards. Okay. It's up to you. If you won, or if you feel like you won.
I think this probably not being judgmental, but it mostly pertain to you. So you
me?
Her.
Okay.
Well,
the game?
She can't win by herself. The game. It's the game where both you guys have to.
I said yes, but I mean, if she, you know, she can circle, but she feels.
Yeah, I mean, because kind of all my cards detailed pretty much is with our communication. But the only thing I can say when it comes to communication that I can say on his part, the best time for me to communicate to him when he's intoxicated, because he will hear me and we can go back and forth with no problem. But if there's no alcohol in the system, it's kind of like unapproachable, and I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna, and that's what a few it builds up. So that is all my stuff is focused around pretty much communication.
So are we?
So I say yes, okay. But Darren.
So he said yes. He's waiting on you to say write it. So now, so you guys have finished the game, but just my observation is the initial question was something about having company every day.
And it went
really, that's not the real problem. That's why having a game like this would allow you guys to talk about issues. You actually get to focus on what the real issue is.
And I agree. So the issue would be if I would be able to tell him, like, your friends come over, which is cool, but I do think that it should be, we have to make some type of line of a barrier of, because this week can't say, since the football has been going on, they've been there every single day to 5 and 6 o'clock in the morning, and some of them stay out there till they sober up and go home. So that's been.
How would you know all that?
Because the truck was outside and he walked out. When I mean,
but still, I'm not out there. I'm in my bed sleep.
I know that. That's what I'm saying. I'm up at work at 7 o'clock, and sometimes.
Very rarely somebody stay out there.
No, I ain't talking about that. I'm saying, I get up at like 6, since I am working from home. But then at times, you can still hear the music, even though you sleep. 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, it's like, okay, she does have to go sleep. So I think we need to, cut it out early. If it's a Saturday, okay. But if it's during the week and I have to go to work, I feel like you should be able to say, all right, Nina does have to get up, go to work. Either we have to cut the music down, cut it off, and, I'll holler at y'all later. At least by, like I said, 2 o'clock. And I don't think that should be an issue. If they just leave and then, respect that barrier. But this week it's been almost except yesterday.
It's holidays. Everybody off work, so games on every day, 2-3 games a day. So that's why we not. And it's not like we in here. We outside. But you just want to know what's going on.
I don't want to. I could care less what's going on outside. I promise you that. But you don't think, in your opinion, that it should be a time limit for them to go home?
To cut the music down, yeah.
But not for them to go home.
I mean, if you in your bed asleep, why are you worried about?
Okay,
what
to
time
move
somebody
on.
go home?
Cause because when you come in, and if you're in a good mood, what happens? Everybody gets woke up. You go from one room to the next, waking everybody up.
Do I wake you up, boo?
So that's what I'm saying.
Okay, you said that to say what?
Do you think there should be a time limit to cut it off?
Yeah, but I think I'm the one that should decide what time.
Okay, so what time do you feel that should be? And then we'll...
Okay, let me give you an example. Just figure out, some of them 26, 20.
That's what I said, the younger crowd, yes.
Yeah. So what would be a good time for a 19-year-old person to be at home?
Whatever time that you felt that they should be at home. But at the same time, 19-year-olds be out there.
I'm saying, yeah.
But then they follow wherever the crowd is, they follow that crowd.
Okay, so.
And so, therefore, for me, in my opinion, 2 o'clock in the morning.
2 o'clock what?
A.M.
For 27 and 30-year-old guys that also out there?
Yes. They don't have to go home, but they just have to leave here. They don't have to go home. I don't care where they go. I just feel they should leave this and go. They can go wherever they want.
So where you think your son should be at what time you give a 19-year-old?
I said 2 o'clock.
2 a.m. in the morning. Where should they be at?
At home.
Okay. That's what you feel, right?
Yes.
Okay. Where was your son this morning at 2 a.m.?
2 streets over.
2 streets over?
Mm-hmm.
So, 2 streets over, if I was 2 streets over and we stayed at the 10 o'clock every morning gambling, would you have a problem with that?
I can't say I call you and check, and when you are out, I don't think that I even call you to see where you at.
It's a difference between being at home and 2 streets away, but you just said it like it's okay. He was just 2 streets away.
No, I'm not saying it's okay.
So what happens now? He came home at 1 o'clock this afternoon.
Correct. And I had already.
You already what?
I already had talked to him and told him.
Told him what?
That he asked me, because he's with his girlfriend, he doesn't see what's the big deal for him to stay with his girlfriend at night.
You know what? I don't see a problem with that either. Just like you said, you can stay with your girlfriend. Don't come here to sleep though. You stay with her. If her mama allow you to stay there, you stay with her. You wake up and you go to sleep right there. You're not going to lay out here all night and come here at 2 o'clock in the afternoon to sleep until you get ready to go back to see her. That ain't going to happen.
I agree with you. But I feel, okay, you're the man of the household, so I think, I said it, I told him that, he said, I don't see the big deal of it. He said, not I, he said, what's the big deal? I'm with my girlfriend, I'm not here, but I'm with her, so what's the big deal? That's what he said. I said, because it's not appropriate for you to be staying with her, and therefore you need to respect my household and be here at a certain time.
Okay.
Our household. at a certain time. I said that today. That's what I said.
Okay.
Cause this is
But
our house.
Now, okay.
And I also said, Deep said he does not want you coming in and out. Either there's no one putting you out, but if you can't abide by these rules, then you don't need to be here. I said all of that today.
And I no more putting them out.
I said I'm not putting you out, but if you cannot abide by my rules, then you cannot stay here. That's what I said.
So it's okay. He think it's okay for him to be with his girlfriend. So how does being with his girlfriend end up in jail day before yesterday?
For her sanity. Why be angry? Why be angry? Why be angry?
This game was over a few minutes ago. They need to play another game to settle that issue. Click on one of these links to watch another couple settle their disagreement in just minutes. No fuss, hopefully no drama.